Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Quest complete. Another ally, I'll take it. And a meteorite, randomly.
Oh, where?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones, and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Quest accepted. Blood from the stones.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Okay. I assumed he was going to come with us.
They're about to turn into Leighton's Cleft before they spotted me.
You can do it, Clive!
Thanks. Well, back we go. Hopefully we run into those two brothers that lied to us, set us up.
Daddy.
The steps of the forgotten. Nice, we can super run. Oh, they're just conveniently right here. Wonderful. Saves me a journey. They just automatically attack.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
Yeah, it is. Say goodnight.
You should have minded your own.
Every time. Decimated him.
These were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Oh, nice. I didn't even realize he's with us. Does he have a sprite? He does. He's a guest, but still has one. Hi there.
We've got company.
Hold this. Decimated. Overkill. Oh, there's one more.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
It's just too easy. Grab that. And we will continue on. Yoink. Have we been here? I don't think we came up here.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Fuck! It's that guard from Bokland! Kill him! Kill them all!
You can try. You will fail. Ow. Damn it. I'm either always too early or too late. What? I thought that was on time. I mean, it blocked it, but it didn't. There we go. That's what I was trying to for. I am doing terribly at dodging. Hold this. Staggered. Finish him with this. Ow and ow. I am just so bad at dodging. I'm clicking dodge, but nothing's happening. There we go, finally. Jeez. This guy is not tough at all. Yet he's somehow destroying me. Finish him. Enemy slain. Ah, that was embarrassing. I'll take all of that.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Looking for his sister's approval. Well, let's head back. Run up here and grab that item. Nice. I'll take this as well. Yoink. Farewell, Super Run. There it goes.
There are no crystals here.
That's that then.
Hurry, man.
I must leave for the...
Bloody cruise.
All these conversations that I've already heard, it's so tiresome.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
Let me explain.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Another seal. Crimson Compass.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Nice. Seal joined. The 2 emblems are now joined to form the collar and compass.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Not made of money. Quest complete. Nice. Trader's Pass. The raised letters upon this square of burnished bronze read, by order of the Board of Delegates, is the bearer of this token bestowed all rights and permissions, merited a Dominion merchant. Fancy. And we got the Breath of Lightning for Thunderstorm, reducing cooldown by 2.7 seconds. Yeah. Probably not going to use that.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Yes, it is.
Ah, Clive.
Oh, there's a whole conversation we can have.
Don't worry about Hansa and the others.
They will be safe with us. But there will be more little ones abandoned at the gates, and they too may turn to crime in their desperation to survive. Especially if the Caststones or some other ill-intentioned element decide to give them no choice in the matter. It's up to those of us who care to see that that doesn't happen.
This being a border town,
Merchants often stop in on their way to the Crystalline Dominion to carry out any final business in the Republic. And the locals are only too pleased to oblige by weighing their wagons down with the local specialties before they leave, and lightening their purses in the process. But what if a visitor doesn't have a wagon of their own? Why, then it falls to the porters like ourselves to provide
Or
one.
at least, it did.
Lately, most passers through journey to the Dominion in search of a safe haven rather than a tidy profit. And who can blame them? Some things are more important than commerce, after all.
Why, I am what you see.
The proprietress of the Crimson Caravans, the best known and best trusted porterage firm in Bockled. There are less expensive options, it's true, but customers choose us for two reasons. We're reliable and we don't ask questions. Our wagons stand ready to transport anything you might want moved discreetly, be that possessions you'd rather others didn't know about, or even people.
It can be a risky business.
But what we make from moving the former, we spend on improving our ability to transport the latter. You might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid the Outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement. Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, but you'll never be my competition. What about you, Theo?
Clive. Criminals and cowards.
Who bullied the desperate and the dispossessed into doing their bidding. And also they could keep their own hands clean. It's no wonder it took me a while to track them down. If it hadn't been for you and Jill, I might never have found them. Still less brought them to justice.
So thank you.
I'd offer you a share in the spoils, if it didn't all belong to other people. No worries. Half of the wagons that come through Bockled nowadays are full of people fleeing for the Dominion, and half of them go no further than the gate. Where their cries soon blend in with all the others. Let us through, we can't live without magic. They'll give us new crystals in Twinside.
Fools, the lot of them.
If they love magic so much, they should have tried being born a bearer. If my sister is the smiling face of the Crimson Caravans, then I am the scowl. She brings in the customers, I scare off those who'd prey on them.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Eloise always did have a talent for business. I prefer working with my hands, or rather my fists. And there are plenty of bandits and beasts out there to keep me busy.
All the better.
The Crimson Caravans has a reputation to uphold, and I need to keep my skills well honed. Okay.
You're always welcome at the caravans.
Thanks. A pair of little badasses. Oh, we've got a side quest before we head on.
Let me carry your goods.
Is it the only one? Oh no, there's a couple.
But would you happen to be a fighting man?
I am a fighting man.
That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
I've had a few in my time, but I might as well.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Quest accepted. Onward to discovery. Let's go discover something.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Okay, well, we'll talk to all these people later on, because I don't want to get too many going at once.
Daddy.
Wait, is he running to bandits?
Why am I not surprised?
Hey,
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
you were saying? Ne'er-do-well. Kick! Go down, there we go. Decimated. Enemies slain. Nice and easy. I'll take all that too.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
I second that.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
He's got all the way up there that quickly. What a surprise. Where did goblins come from?
Who's first?
Hold this. So you get trying to cast a spell. Get him, Jill. Ow, in my back.
Stay down.
Kick. Decimated. Enemy slain. Yoink.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
I can't with this guy. I've just realised this gaping chasm is gonna be this, which I never realised until now. At least now we know. Because there it looks like a big pit, like a giant hole, but it's actually filled with water, so I don't know why on here it looks like it's like a hole to the planet's core. I also don't understand how we can't see this crystal on the other side then. Like, surely the crystal should be over there, as should the Dominion. Which is a little confusing. Because they are literally right next to it. Anyway, let's get after this guy before he inevitably gets himself killed. Because he's absolutely going to have run into more enemies along the way. It is up here, right? Yeah, I think it is. Take that. Oh, we're back here. Hopefully we run into those two brothers. I want to take them down. Oh, hello. A wailing echo.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble.
I was not
this time.
expecting that.
I needed to
Not this time. Time to burn. Check out the little one. There we go. Staggered. Ramu! Not today. You missed. Oh. Damn it! I used my attack just as he did that, so I couldn't dodge. Time to finish this. Decimated. Enemies slain. Had to use a couple of potions there, damn. I'll take those.
Still in one piece.
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
Oh, he just wanted a friend.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Quest complete. Was it worth it? Upheaval. Don't really use any of those accessories, but it's always nice to have. You alright, my dear?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Why not?
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Quest accepted. Live and let live. Sounds like we're looking for James Bond.
That's that then.
Daddy!
Hello there.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Sorry. I was just asking. This was a few days ago. Didn't he go missing a few days ago, though? Yet she remembers when he ran through here? Also, I love the salt in his mane as a way to say he has grey hair. It's one way to put it. Hello there.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
If it weren't for him, we wouldn't even know where we were going, so... Well, we've already been up here. Isn't this where we found the ancient sword?
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Yeah, it was in there, I think, so... This must be the point in the game where you're expected to find it. Well, way ahead of you. Yoink. Nice. I knew this would be something. You guys weren't here last time.
I think we found our thieves.
It's got a little crown. A goblin
They don't
prince.
look happy to see me.
Try that again. Damn it, I'm just so bad at dodging.
Nice try.
Not this time. Oh, I just realised this guy's a lot stronger than I expected. Damn it, Jill! She knocked him into the air, so it missed my attack. Didn't miss that time, though. You seem a little stuck there, my little prince. Finish it.
It's over.
Enemy bested. Does that make me the prince now? I'll take that.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
Let me explain.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, what a nice fella. Can I speak to them? Goblins that don't attack me. A rare sight.
I always thought of goblins as mindless savages. But if I'm honest, I like them better than half the men I've served with.
Yeah, says a lot about mankind. Well, am I gonna second guess attacking goblins from now on? Yeah, I don't know about that. Those ones might be nice, but others not so much. I don't think they're quite up there with antelopes and chocobos just yet. But that group, however, I will do no harm to. Unless they ask for it, of course. Was this the only one, or was there one more side quest?
There are no crystals here.
I think this might be the last one. I was hoping there'd be one to do with those two brothers, because they're still on my mind. I don't like being played.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you kindly. Quest complete. To live and let die. That's all that comes to my mind when I see that title. A meteorite. Thanks. Is that everything? Oh no, there is one more. Maybe this will have something to do with those brothers. One can only hope. That guy's been trying to leave for the Dominion every time I've walked past. Oh, it's this place. I was hoping it'd be those soldiers, but no.
No, I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone.
Am I about to be handing out posters?
I want to know right away. Bad news. Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with. What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking? I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Quest accepted, bearer of good news. I'm literally a bearer of good news. Well, technically I'm a dominant. So, this sounds like it's going to be simple, but why do I have a feeling it's not going to be?
Out of my sight, wretch.
Okay. Oh, I thought he was talking to me. I was like, rude. Oh wait, we've already walked past one of them. Oh well, we need to go up here anyway.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
You do that.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted swine. Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well, enjoy. Okay, one more and then we'll head back. Maybe it was as simple as it sounded.
Taste my peaches.
We'll be there soon, I promise.
Juicy pear.
Wants to be a blacksmith.
Caravan stops next to the jug of snake spit for the road.
Come on, come on.
Peaches and pears.
Now, where is this person? Are they up here and around? Yes.
Hurry, man.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me, right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbrec.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
You will see.
If our new arrivals had brought...
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66.
I love how they all arrived together.
If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Quest complete. To have friends like those. 'Tis the dream. We got a level up out of it. Level 36. Not much, but it wasn't exactly difficult. Just time consuming. Those kind of side quests are okay, but they're a little draggy. Especially when it's just mostly conversation. And running back and forth, not really doing anything. Well, that's cleared the area though, so let's head on to something a little bit more interesting.
Out of my sight, wretch.
I can't with these conversations.
Come on, come on.
Yep, time to hear these same things yelled at me for the millionth time. I don't want any of your pears.
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
Good luck with that.
Here you are, good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss Elle's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
Bless him. Oh well, Hansa.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
Let's do it. Seat of the Imperial Court. Reception chamber, Imperial Palace.
Quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
So dramatic. Just don't get killed doing them, Dion. Please.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash. Till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
I knew she was going to do that. Can't wait to wipe that smirk off her face. Poor Dion. I love how nobody questions if it's her that Ultima's kind of controlling.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Why do I have a feeling something's going to happen to him before he actually joins us?
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you.
Oh, she's got goosebumps.
This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Oh, it's not going to end well for him, is it? Won't try and take her on alone. Well, here we go. From Boklad. Should we read this one? Northeastern Dalmekia, also known as the Thousand Tables. The Boklad markets have served as a nexus of Republican commerce for countless generations. Well, we're now crossing the gaping hole that is this, and heading to the Crystalline Dominion, the Isles of Ark. For years, Drake's Tale has provided this relatively tiny nation with a wide-reaching influence rarely afforded nations of the same size. Here we go. Hopefully we can get to Dion in time to help him and he doesn't get decimated, but I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Let's go.